There just aren't as many people as there should be who understand the dangers of chronic stress and loneliness, and even less who understand how relationships can protect us from those things. So, how do social relationships support health and happiness? Now, bear in mind, the quality of your relationship does matter. And though not everyone is lucky enough to have wonderfully close or supportive relationships in their lives, to support your health and happiness, that relationship doesn't have to be incredibly deep. It could just be with some of the people you've considered to be friends in your life. It could be a single person you call your best friend, a sibling you have a special connection with, or if you're married, it could be a supportive spouse. Any and all of these relationships are a part of your personal community of support. And though they say bigger is better, in the end, as long as you have at least one of these relationships in your life, your health and happiness will be benefiting from it. Researchers asked British adults about any emotional strains they experienced from the day before they were interviewed. The most frequent response was family. While this might be a funny eye roll of a statement because most of us can identify with the idea of at least one of our family members causing us stress or emotional strains, the best part is that when the same people were asked what was pleasurable about the day before, the answer again, and by an even larger margin, was family. This is a great example of how we hold complex relationships that can provide amazing emotional rewards, even if those same relationships also have the capacity to supply stressful or negative feelings sometimes. The most important kinds of relationships we can have are the ones that give us a feeling of belonging. People in these kinds of relationships have been shown to live far longer than those who are chronically lonely. Impressively, in 2010, one digest of 148 studies worldwide showed older people with ample social connections were found to be 50% more likely to be alive 8 years later than those with meager connections. The benefits of sociability were examined in a 2003 study of people who were injected with a cold virus, and interestingly, showed that highly sociable people were less susceptible to the virus compared to controls. Lending support to this concept, in a 5-year study of 423 elderly married couples, the ones that gave the most social support to others were also the ones that enjoyed greater longevity. One study showed that one of the primary predictors of loneliness is, surprise, surprise, living alone. In 2014, researchers showed that social support calms us and reduces stress, while multiple studies have continued to show that married couples tend to enjoy better health, less depression, and to live longer than those who are unmarried. Showing that the quality of the marriage is important as well, another 2014 study found that chronically stressful marriages, cardiovascular, hormonal, and immune system responded negatively to those marital strains. The big takeaway is that as long as your relationships are close and supportive instead of abusive or neglectful, they'll give you a sense of belonging. And not only will you be at less of a risk for illness and premature death, but your relationships will allow you to better cope with adversity and to live a longer and happier life.